Much like this small component, this entire jet engine probably wouldn't work if it wasn't functioning properly. That's how Transform Rockford sees AAR, a small component helping to build the economic engine of the Rockford region. This is the bag that's going to be inside of every Rockford Fire Department ambulance, and inside is all the gear needed for EMS and fire personnel to be suited up properly in case they come in contact with anyone who might have Ebola. It seems as though the worst of the situation may be over. The hydraulic problems that the crew was having may have been fixed at this point. Now, probably the biggest thing you'll notice is here along the west side of the terminal. They're going to build onto the structure and extend it outward to where there's actually a parking lot right now. We're just outside of the door where police say a gunman entered and killed the family inside. You can almost call it a strange case of deja vu. It really wasn't too long ago that we were out here for a very similar story last year when a man did the same thing. The police say this young woman did. Now she's on the run. Driving might actually warm up the car quicker inside and the engine itself. Now we've been warming up this car a little bit longer than 30 seconds, so we're going to take off. But again, the EPA says 30 seconds is all we need. For now, reporting in Chicago, Jorge Rodas, 23 News.
From December to now, life has changed tremendously for me.
When we first met Michelle French, her life had seemingly gone up in smoke. She lost her job and was moving into a new home, only to find out the person she gave an $1,100 deposit to was a scam artist. French and her family were left in the streets.
I was at rock bottom. This man had took all my money. Every dime.
Now, if they just find him, I'd be even happier.
The same thing happened to Melissa Arand. She, along with French and one other victim, were all separately searching for a new home on Craigslist when they each came across a posting for this home on Hanson Street in Rockford. They each met the poster in person, paid their deposits, and got ready to move in.
I would like to see him brought to justice so that he could see just how bad he hurt some of us.
Both women say they've landed on their feet with a little help from the city of Rockford. They saw this story in December and helped the women pay rent at new homes, allowing them to avoid being homeless.
I'm living, I'm happy, I'm joyful actually, and grateful that I've got this place. My landlords are great people.
I forgive him now. I don't want anything bad to happen to this guy.
A powerful message of forgiveness there. We weren't able to get a hold of the third family victimized by this scam, although we hear they are doing fine. Police have said all three victims in this case will likely never see their money again, as is often the case when folks are scammed on Craigslist. Cherry Valley firefighter Rich Trapp and Kirkland fireman Dennis Cavanaugh are training their men to prepare for the worst, and they often see it. And where they find it may be closer to us than we think. The newer our furniture, the more likely it could go up in flames.
From floor to ceiling, wall to wall, it's solid orange, it's solid burning material, and unfortunately for us, we die.
Most firefighters don't survive a flashover.
That smoke alarm is what's buying you time.
This is a flashover demonstration. It shows just how fast a room with modern furniture made from synthetic materials can be completely engulfed in flames. A deadly situation for anyone inside. Older furniture built from raw, natural materials burns nearly 8 times slower.
The heat and fire compromise the material that it's made of.
At the hotter temperatures, obviously our gear only protects us to a certain extent.
Rockford Fire Division Chief Matt Nutt says the faster spreading fires means less time we have to escape.
Homes where we had approximately 15 minutes to get out safely are now in about the range of three minutes before you can get your family out safely.
And age doesn't only apply to what's in your home, but also how the home is built. Older homes were built with thicker lumber and less man-made materials. Newer homes have smaller wood and what's called OSB board. It's pieces of wood glued together. It's cheaper, very strong, but burns more quickly.
Chips glued together, obviously under fire load, it's going to fail faster than what a true dimensional piece of lumber would fail.
Structures are made so lightweight that they collapse a lot earlier.
Firefighters say the newer lightweight materials in modern homes not only burn faster, but collapse sooner, often without warning.
We are having less fires, but they're become more deadly and more dangerous as we move forward. And it's just something to be concerned about, be educated about.
The Rockford Fire Department tells us because we have less time to get out of our house if it catches fire, the tools for fire safety are more important than ever. Make sure your smoke detectors are working properly. Also, create and practice an escape plan with family. And if you can afford it, a sprinkler system can completely put out a fire or at least keep it from spreading, though it can be pricey to retrofit a home with sprinklers. Michael Holliday says he spent 5 years living on the streets.
I mean, I was literally homeless. It took me a long time to get, just to knuckle down and say, hey, I need some help. I found this place and I'm enjoying every minute of it now.
At times, Holliday stayed at shelters, but at others he found himself living under a bridge. But that's all in the past, says the Navy veteran, who for the last 6 months has had a place of his own. And there's no place like home for this Holliday.
This is something I've never had for a long time. It was a mailbox. Makes me feel very proud. I mean, it's the greatest feeling in the world. Not to have to be out there underneath a bridge or in a tent out in the woods.
Holliday is one of 5 former homeless veterans who now have an apartment thanks to the Freeport Area Church Cooperative. He lives in what's called the Hero House.
That's a great feeling, especially at this time of year around Christmas, but that need's there all year long.
The FACC says they want to expand the Hero House program and add several units, all for homeless veterans.
This is a unit that may become available, and we're hoping to be able to get it.
The problem is finding space, but they hope that could change as soon as next year.
We want these guys to feel not like they're being babysat or not like they're being hounded. We're here to help them.
The church group says they lease out space at this complex, and when a unit opens up, they ask the landlord to reserve it for a homeless vet. In Freeport, Jorge Rodas, 23 News. Police are confident they have the man responsible for a murder on Rockford's southeast side. Now, Rockford police are still investigating a fatal crash that happened yesterday on Rockford's northwest side. And the Road Ranger name will be coming down from 24 State Line convenience stores. The Rockford-based company agreed to sell over 40 stores altogether. Check out this video. A wall at the Morton Salt Factory collapsed, spilling the salt all over the place. Chicago firefighters quickly responded. No one was hurt. City engineers are looking at the building's structural integrity. Governor Pat Quinn has signed new eavesdropping restrictions for Illinois. The old law was declared unconstitutional by the Illinois Supreme Court. EJ is the first baby born in the Forest City in 2015. He came in at 6 pounds, 8 ounces, and 19 inches long. He'll be joining his mom and dad and 3 big sisters once he gets home. Congrats to them. Mom and Dad seem to have different plans, although big ones for their new son. We'll tell you about their hopes tonight at 10. Thanks for joining us tonight. An autopsy is scheduled tomorrow for the victim. Police say when crews arrived, there was no clear sign of a fire, saying they could smell smoke. Now, remember, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, W5.com. Marissa will be back tomorrow. Join us then.